Wrong a crow once, and it will remember your face for years, not a metaphor. Actual facial recognition, actual memory, actual grudge. It'll spot you in a crowd, call you out to its friends, and swoop down just to remind you it hasn't forgotten. Kind of terrifying. But before you feel superior to a bird with a bird brain, you do the same thing. That one person from 2019? You still feel it when you see them at the grocery store. So who's really the bird brain here? Here's the actual science, and it's wilder than it sounds. Researchers in Seattle wanted to test crow memory, so they put on rubber masks, one dangerous mask, one neutral one, and trapped a few wild crows while wearing the scary mask. Just once. Then they let them go and waited. Years later, crows in that area still screamed and mobbed anyone wearing that same mask. Years. Not days, not weeks. These birds held onto a single bad interaction longer than most people hold onto a New Year's resolution. And it wasn't a fluke. The effect actually got stronger over time, spreading to more crows than were even there the first time. Which raises an uncomfortable question. If a crow can hold a grudge that long over one bad encounter, what exactly does that make the guy who still can't let go of a bad Yelp review? Here's where it gets weirder. Crows don't just remember the face, they tell other crows about it. Scientists call it mobbing, but really it's just gossip with wings. A crow that gets wronged will make a specific alarm call, and nearby crows learn to associate that call with that particular human face. So now you've got crows who never met you, never had anything happen to them, screaming at you the second you walk outside. It's like getting a bad Google review from someone who's never actually met you. Somehow they all know your face and hate you anyway. And it's not random noise. Studies show these birds can pass facial recognition info through the flock with real accuracy, which means one bad move on your part can turn into a neighborhood-wide reputation problem, bird style. But it gets even stranger than gossip. This grudge doesn't stay with the crows who witnessed it. It gets passed down. Crow parents teach their chicks which human faces are dangerous, and the chicks believe them completely. No personal experience required. A baby crow can grow up hating a person it has never once encountered, purely because mom or dad said so. That's not memory anymore. That's inherited trauma, feathered version. And it lasts. Researchers tracking the original mask experiment found that crows born years after the original event still reacted with fear and aggression to that same face, passed down like some cursed family recipe nobody asked for. Imagine growing up despising your neighbor for a reason you were never even told, just because your parents flinched every time they walked by. Weird for a crow. Suspiciously familiar for a human. Because somewhere in your life, there's a person you don't fully trust either, and if you're honest, you can't totally explain why. Here's the part that should make you a little uncomfortable. This isn't just crows are smart. This is crows accidentally recreating something deeply, specifically human. Psychologists have long studied how humans inherit fear and distrust without ever living through the original event. A parent's trauma shaping a kid's instincts, a grandparent's grudge becoming a family's unspoken rule. You didn't choose to flinch around certain people or situations. Somebody handed that reaction to you, the same way a crow parent hands down avoid that guy in the blue hat. Social learning like this is one of the most powerful tools evolution ever built, in birds and in you, and it works whether the lesson is useful or completely outdated. Which means some of the grudges you're carrying right now, they might not even be yours. So next time a crow side-eyes you for no reason, remember, it might be running on secondhand beef from a grudge older than it is. Just like you, if you think about it. The coworker you'll never fully trust again. The family feud nobody can even explain anymore. Turns out humans and crows are running the same emotional software. And if you want to know why elephants take that memory thing to an entirely different level, that one is even stranger.